Hello YouTube, and welcome to a new episode in the How to Make an RPG in Unity tutorial series. Now, I know I took like a 2 month break when I said I would upload videos a lot in the last episode, and I apologize for that, but I had some like personal things going on, so but yeah, now I'm back, and I'm thankful to everybody who subscribed to me and watched my videos and stay subscribed throughout the past 2 months. I know I've been pretty quiet on the Discord server as well as in the comments. Usually I try to like read all the comments, but due to situations in the past few months, I just couldn't. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm back now. So today, we are going to be making the chest UI and making the fundamentals of how our chests in this in kind of our inner game are going to work. Now, if you guys don't want chests in your game, then by all means skip this episode, and maybe the next episode, because this might take 2 episodes. But if you guys do want chests, then this is the episode for you guys. So, anyways, let us get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to make the chest UI, because if you can see here, we actually don't have UI yet for the chest. Let's just go into our canvas, which is right here, and then we can just create. Actually, you know what we can really do is, if we're just gonna be lazy, we can go into the inventory, wherever that is, player, and I believe it's in the player canvas, or we don't have a player canvas. Sorry, it's been like 2 months. So I actually do not know. Oh, there it is, the inventory system, and then inventory. So we can kind of just copy this, I guess, and we can just paste this into canvas. Paste it into the canvas right here, and boom, we have our chest UI. Now, however, though, we are going to have to put this on the right side. And basically what's going to happen is, once you're in game, you're going to be able to see, and like you open a chest. I'll just play for now so that you guys can see, but basically we're just going to be able to like see like the inventory panel, or the chest inventory panel will be like over the equipment panel, or maybe we just won't like display the equipment panel and we'll only have your inventory and the chest. And then like basically this is gonna overlap, and you can just transfer items between the two, and obviously the items will save. So I'm wondering what this is. Oh wait, is that just part of the thing? That is just part of the thing. Yeah, okay, very interesting. You know what we can do is we can make all of these rows, we can center them. So we just make it middle center. It should, oh my god, I'm getting pretty rusty, guys. So just bear with me for a second. If we go left, and I believe this should change the padding. Yeah, that's right. Actually, that won't do anything, because that would just change the individual paddings inside of the thing. We want to move like everything, right? So I wonder if we can put this as upper center. No, upper right. There we go. Oh, I think maybe the issue is it's not stretchy enough. So there we go. We're just gonna stretch it sideways. And yeah, so now you can see in the game it looks pretty fine. And yeah, if you guys want more slots in your inventory, obviously just duplicate these rows. Pretty simple. You guys should know how to do this by now. So I'm just gonna turn on the UI empty for really quickly, and I'm just gonna make this like exact overlay of like the equipment screen, or like, yeah, just making an exact overlay of that. And we're obviously, yeah, I guess we'll just not toggle the equipment screen. So yeah, and let's just rename this to chest stuff. Okay, so yeah, now that we have done that, let's actually get to coding the chest. And actually, you know what, before we even get to coding the chest, let's actually just import the chest. I believe we use the chest for one of the quests. That's right here. Now if you guys want to keep the sword being spit out like that, then go ahead. But how I'm gonna do it is, yeah, I'm just gonna keep the sword being spit out, so there'll just be like 2 different types of chests. I'm just gonna save this because my Unity is being glitchy. You can see that it's clipping a lot. So I think the way to fix that is just to do that, I think. Or nope, that did not work. Yeah, guess it didn't work. I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with this weird clipping thing for now. But yeah, so let's just import a chest prefab in there. Now, what is the chest prefab we use for that chest? Let me just find out. Also, guys, I like opened my account, my YouTube account for like the first time today, and I realized I had like 700 subscribers, which is 100 more than what I left off with. So thank you guys, really means a lot. And I keep saying this, but it really does mean a lot. So I'm just gonna copy this, and then I'm just gonna paste it inside of our starting village, and maybe like this can be like a player inventory, or actually you guys can just like put it anywhere you guys want in the game. It doesn't really matter, it's your game. I'm just gonna zero this out to the helmet so I can see it in the scene. And then, okay, so now we have a chest. I'm just gonna delete or drag it out first, obviously. I'm just gonna call this player chest. I'm just gonna move it that bit down more so it looks natural. Then I'm just gonna remove the trigger because this is what we're using for the chest quest. Sorry, not the chest, the quest. Actually, no, we can keep the trigger. Because we're just gonna need a trigger anyways. We're just gonna delete the script. So yeah, so now we have, if we go into the game, we have ourselves a chest, a very nice chest. Also, for some reason, our UI is being really weird. Let me go into our canvas again to fix that. You can see kind of the chest UI is stretching for no reason. Might be a scaling issue, I don't know. I'm just gonna make this like so. Okay. And yeah, so now I'm just gonna disable this because we're not going to be using this. I'm also going to disable the UI empty because we're also not going to be using that for now. And if we go into our scene, there's our chest. So let's make a script for our chest. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go into our scripts, and we're just going to right click, create, and we're just going to create a new C# script, and we're just going to call this chest script. Yeah, so now we have a chest script. We can go into this script and start editing it. Alright guys, so now that we are inside of our script, we can just delete these two functions, and yeah, let's just delete them first. And I'm a bit rusty, so stay with me. But what we're gonna want to do is we're just gonna want to type public game object. So this is going to control our kind of our equipment. So we're just gonna call it equipment tab. So we're just gonna disable the equipment tab, and we're just also gonna have another game object for our buttons, button tab, and then we're just gonna create another game object for our actual equipment tab, or inventory, or chest tab. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have void on trigger enter. So when we enter the trigger, or when we enter a trigger, we're also gonna want to create another instance, or another variable for our, I believe we have like a generic, or not generic, but like a global like trigger text. Yeah, we do. So, okay, so let me just reference that. So we can just reference public text mesh pro. I believe it's text mesh pro. It is text mesh pro. Yep. So we can just type using tm pro because we want to use text mesh pro. Oops. And then we can just type here text mesh pro UGUI, and we can call this whatever it is called, trigger text. And then we can come here and we can just say trigger text dot text is going to be equal to press E to open chest, and we could add a chest naming system, but we'll do that later in the episode if we have time. And we're just going to set the trigger text to active, or dot game object dot set active true. Yeah, so we do that, and now we can just go into void on trigger stay. And what we're going to do here is we're going to say if other dot tag is equal to player. Also, we're going to need to do this as well for our on trigger enter, because we don't want anything to be able to trigger our trigger. We want it to be, oh sorry, I'm thinking of JavaScript. We want it to just be you know, the player that can trigger it. So we can say here if input dot get key down p code.e. So if they press E, then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open the chest. So we're just gonna, for now, we're just gonna set the chest tab dot set active true, and button tab dot set active false, and equipment tab dot set active false. And if we go into our what is it called, UI manager, there should be a open inventory function. We just look at that, or I guess there isn't a open inventory function. I guess we can just reference the UI empty, and then we can just go from there. So we can just say UI empty dot set active true. And also we're just gonna have to like do everything that comes along with UI empty dot set active true, which is setting the time scale to be 0. Yeah, and what we're also gonna want to do is we're just gonna want to set trigger text to be false, so it doesn't like overlay our UI. And yeah, so now we can just go back into Unity, and remove whatever this is, and then we can go into our chest, which is right here, I believe. Nope, that's not the right chest. Where is the right chest? I do not know where the right chest is. I guess I'll just zoom into it. Right here, there's the right chest. So player chest, that's right, that's what we called it. We can just put the chest script here. Equipment tab, that should be our, if we go into our canvas, if we go into canvas, we should be able to find our equipment tab inside UI empty. So equipment will be inventory system right here. Button tab will be our navigation buttons. Our chest tab will be chest stuff. UI empty will obviously be UI empty, and our trigger text will obviously be trigger text. So now when we press play and we approach our chest, it should all work. Hopefully. So why is trigger text not being triggered? Yes, as you guys can see, I'm a bit rusty, so just bear with me. So void on trigger enter other.tag is equal to player. Is there? It should be player, right? Yeah, player.tag is equal to player. Other.tag is equal to player. If it is player, then we're just gonna set trigger text to be active, right? Right. Yeah, so this should all work. Oh, I think I know why. The box trigger is not oh wait, no. Okay, so as you can see here, I made a mistake. I put the chest script in the wrong thing, so we want to put in the trigger, not in the actual chest. Yeah, we're all learning here. So we're just gonna paste the component values, and now it will work. So we just go in to our chest, we press E to open chest, and if we press E, then our inventory thing pops up and our chest pops up, but not our equipment and the navigation buttons. Alright, so that's good. What we want to do now is also, I think I just found a bug. So if we go into inventory, time will freeze, right? But if we press escape, time will unfreeze. So that's a bug that we're gonna fix maybe later in the episode, but for now we're just gonna work on the chest system. So that is good. We do want to see our cursor though, and we don't want it to be locked, so we're just gonna do cursor dot visible is equal to I forgot how you do this. Sorry, one sec. Cursor dot lock state, yeah, there we go, is equal to true. Okay, so yeah, that's what we want to do. So we're just gonna do that, and then I guess we're pretty much done. Not sure what else we have to do for in terms of this script. Yeah, there really isn't much else other than, like, you know, closing the chest and everything. But however, we're going to be working on making the chest actually work. So that includes like the saving, the scriptable objects, recognizing what item is what, being able to put items in there. We're just gonna do all that right now. So let us actually just go into our thing here, our scripts folder, and let me look for quest objects. Right, so we have all of these quest objects here, and I just need to remind myself how we did this because it's been so long. If we go into our player's data, I believe this should be what controls the script, controls our inventory. So if you look here, we did write quite a lot of code, but if you look here, we have like so we had like 3 arrays. Well, we only need 1 because we only have like 1 like array of items. We're just gonna have like a chest array for object data and a chest array for images, so we can visually tell which item is where. We're just gonna start with the quest objects for now. So we're just gonna say public quests, or do we need to do a special reference? Object data, never mind. Public object data, and this is going to correspond to each individual slot in our inventory, and we can have data, right? So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that our object will kind of like recognize or each of our slots will recognize when we actually like drop something on it. I believe our kind of slot script should be compatible with that. No. Okay, so we're just gonna duplicate this real quick, and we're just gonna call this chest slot instead of slot 1. So we're just gonna call this, actually, you know what? No, let's call it chest slot. And over here, we're just gonna rename this to chest slot, and instead of having a find object of type, we're just gonna, because every chest will be different, we're just gonna have we're just gonna reference we're just gonna have like a kind of like a chest script or reference here. So public chest script, or instead of private player data, we'll just make this public chest script. Public chest scripts, and then we can just delete this void awake. And then for drag item, we're just kind of have to we can remake, but I'm too lazy, so we're just gonna see if we can steal any code from our old script. So we can just go into our player data, which is right here, and then we can go into our oops, didn't mean to pin that. We can go to drag item, the drag item script, and yeah, this is a lot of code. So what we mainly want to do is we want to be able to like have each of our kind of like inventories like talk to each other. Let me see here. So public void drag item is equipment. What we can actually do is, you know what, we can let's delete chest slot, and you'll see why in a second. So let's just delete this. So yep, we're just not going to use that, sorry. And we're going to come over here, and you can see here every bool, like bool is inventory, bool is equipment. We're just going to create like new sort of thing for inventory, for chest. So we're just going to say bool is chest, and we're just gonna have to like create like a bunch more of if statements now, I guess. And so okay, so the first if statement is if there is no object there, right? Otherwise, I believe what we had in the thing is whoops, let me clear this, and we can go into UI, oh, not UI manager, right here. we can drag item is equipment, is inventory, and is chest. So we have to create like a public bool is chest. And we can just call this is chest. So this will be how we recognize if a slot script is attached to a chest or not, or an inventory or an equipment slot. And we can come here and see why this is working. Right, so we can just say data dot is chest, or do we not? No, we do not have an is chest for player data yet. So we just go to is equipment. I just want to like make this like right beside that, so everything is nice and tidy. Alright, so we can come here and we can just say public bool is chest. And this will basically just be kind of like a third inventory slot, but like, yeah, not really. And we can just create a comma here and we can just say data dot is chest. And that'll fix everything up. So we can just come in here and we press I believe how it worked. I just need to be reminded how it works. But if I click on this and I click on that, it will not work, right? Yeah. Right. Okay. I thought something else. I thought it was something else, but I don't. Yeah, apparently not. Okay, so we can go back into our scene and yeah, just start making the chest slots. So what we're gonna need to do is first of all, we're just gonna have to go into the chest slot, because since every chest is different, since every chest is different, we kind of want to just be able to read off of the chest script data. We don't want to read from our player data because our player data is central. If we only read out the player data, then we can only have one chest. So we have to read off every single individual like chest script that we get. So that's why we're gonna make it a variable. So inside player data, we're going to have, instead of we're gonna keep the data from chest script, but inside of player data, we're gonna create a new private object data array, and we're just gonna call this chest tab. And then for image, I guess we can create a new bunch of slots for our chest, but I wonder if we should do that in chest script or inside player data. Let's do it in player data. So we can just create public image. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do it inside of chest script. So public chest script, or not chest script, sorry, image, and we're gonna have to be using unity engine.ui. Image chest images, and then we can go down to our drag item script. Alright, so this is what fires when we like click on a specific slot. So we're just gonna check everything here, right? And I believe so this checks basically if we're already dragging something, right? And this checks if what does this check actually? I don't actually know what passing obj is. Let me just check real quick. Passing obj is obj dot, right. So if that is not equal to null, which is, you know, should always be not equal to null. So this is what happens. Oh, right. So this is what happens when we pick up. This is what happens when we drop. Right. I remember now. Okay. So, and the other one is what happens when we click on nothing. I guess we're just really gonna have to like create a new else if statement. So yeah, we're just gonna have to create a new else if statement. So else if not is inventory and not is equipment, then basically what we can do is just assume that it is chest. Actually, yeah, and is chest, because we have an else statement too. And then we can just type here and not is chest, and then over here again and not is chest. But what we can do is basically all of this, and yeah, so we're just gonna copy everything from here. Right, so this is what happens when everything is not, you know, and this is what happens when it is, so is inventory, and this is what happens when it is chest. So we're just gonna type here is chest is equal to true. Move to slot is equal to index num. So this is, I guess, what happens if we click on nothing, and then in that case, we'll return here. Equipment tab, instead of equipment tab, we're just gonna have chest tab. Data is going to be equal to passing obj. Yep. Reload equipment. We do not want to reload equipment. We're gonna create a new function for reload chest. I guess. So we can just scroll up, look for the reload equipment function. Whoops. We went past it. Right here. We just copy this, and then actually we can copy the reload inventory chest script. And then we can change the name to reload chest, and then instead of inventory.length, we're just gonna do chest tab.length. Is chest tab what we called it? I just want to make sure. Chest tab. Yep, chest tab. Chest tab.length. Chest tab I is not equal to null. Chest tab.sprite is equal to chest tab I.sprite. Chest tab I. Oh, we do not want chest tab. Wait, why are they both the same? I'm so confused. Okay, never mind. If I right, so we have like a slot too, right? So I see now. So yeah, I'm a bit rusty. Okay, we can create a new image array for chest slots, but we're just gonna make it private, and you'll see. Or actually, let's make it public. Image chest slots. Image. And we'll also make this public. So even though they're public, we're not gonna write anything to them. We're only gonna be writing when we open a chest, and that's gonna be how it works basically. So we can go to reload chest, and we can just make this like chest tab, chest slot image, and then just paste that in all of here. Chest slot image, chest slot image, chest slot image. And then we can scroll down here, and instead of that, we have reload chest, and then equipment slots index num. So instead of equipment slots, obviously we want chest tab. Or actually no. Do we have another array? Sorry, I'm so confused at how this is working. Right, so okay, so chest slot image, I guess, instead. Chest slot image. Now that I'm looking at this code, it's really messy. We're gonna fix that probably next episode. Yeah, we're gonna have to, because this is really messy, and even I cannot read it. Update stats, we do not need to update stats. And then temp drag object, obviously we need that, and then is chest is equal to true. Right. Cool. So now we can come down here, and we can see here, this is what happens when you want to drop something. So if it is not either, then we will drop it back at its original spot. So not is chest either. Otherwise, if it is equipment and not chest, Then we're gonna do that, which is, I guess, inventory. Or sorry, this is the equipment. Sorry, this is all the equipment stuff. Oh wait, no. I guess we only really have like one item, one function, function if statement for dropping inside inventory. Because you can only really drop inside inventory, right? You can only drop inside inventory in chests, really, back then. But now we're gonna add a new else if. And we're just gonna copy this, and then paste all of this, and is chest. We're gonna copy this, and then paste this here. Yeah, I feel like you guys are pretty much more expert than I am now at this point. So, but yeah, we're gonna paste this here, and then move this slot be equal to -1. Instead of hotbar index num, we want chest slot, chest tab index num is equal to data, and then hotbar slots index num. Instead of that, we will want chest slots image, and instead of data, well, actually we do want data. Reload hotbar, instead of that, reload chest, and then we will destroy the temp object, and temp object will be equal to null. Good. So we're gonna add another function here, and we're just gonna call it like update to chest, and we're gonna create a new function here, update to chest, and we're gonna make it a void so it's a function, and we're going to have a public variable here for open the chest. So we're gonna have a chest script called open chest, public chest script opened chest. So this will be the variable that stores the opened chest, the last opened chest. And inside here, we're just gonna say opened chest dot, and this, we're gonna have everything here is gonna store the data for the next time the player opens the chest. So data is going to be equal to data is going to be equal to our chest data, chest tab, I guess. And then over here, our chest images are going to be equal to open chest.chest images is going to be equal to our chest slots image. Yeah, so we're just going to do that. And then over here, when we do open it, whenever we do open the chest, we're just going to say find object of type player data. And we cannot reference player data because we need a namespace, I believe. That's right. Namespace. Player data. And then we're just gonna set the what is it called, chest tab to be equal to data, and we're just gonna copy this and then set also the chest slots to be equal to whatchamacallit, what do we call it, chest image. Cool. So now that we have all of these, we're going to go inside of our chest, and then we're just going to drag inside of, or actually we already have the chest script, and oh, wrong chest, my bad, right here, trigger. And for data, we're going to create, how many slots do we have? Let me see. How many slots do we have? We have like 4, 8, 12, 16. So we have 16 slots. And for each of these slots, they have, I believe, for each of these items, I believe they already have a slot script. Yeah, they do. We don't want a slot, well, we do want a slot script, so, but instead we want is chest, right? So we're just gonna do that manually for each of them. Instead of is inventory is chest, and just repeat for every single row. And then last row. is inventory is chest. And then we're just gonna copy all of this, or actually no, first we need to go in the trigger, lock it, and then we're just going to also make this data size 16. So there's 16 slots, and we're just gonna come in here, and then we can just copy all of these right here, and then drag it into chest images. So we have 16 slots now. We can collapse this, and then we can come back and set this as false, and now we should be able to put items between the two. So if we go into our chest, well, right now we have no items, I guess, so it doesn't really work, but we can see it working. Once we do this, we can put our pants there, or we cannot put our pants there. So we have a null reference for an object. Open chest right, because we did not set the open chest. My bad. We're going to copy this, and we're just going to set the open chest to be equal to opened. Basically what this will do is that it sets our script as the chest we're opening. And we can just go into Unity, and now the problem will fix itself. So if we go back in, okay, so we glitched the game because there was a bug, but now if we replay, let's hope it works. So we can pick up everything here, pick up the potato, and we can come in here, and now we can put items inside the chest. Yay! And we can't leave the chest yet, but if you were able to, you could see here that inside the data for our chest, we have all of these items that are being displayed there. So that's good. So now let's just make a function to leave the chest, and we're good for this episode. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna say create a private bool is chest open, and that's gonna be default to false because the chest is not gonna be open at the start of the game. And we're just gonna create an if statement here. So we're just gonna say if is chest open. So if it is not open, sorry, if not chest open, we will do that. And if it is, so else, we will copy all of these. Actually, we will not copy the bottom. We'll copy all of these and just do the exact opposite. So false, false, true. Yeah, we want button tab to be true, and we want this to be true, so that the next time we open our inventory, it will appear as it should. This should be true. The time scale should be equal to 1. And this should be false. We should not be able to see our cursor anymore, and we also have this twice for some reason. And then cursor lock mode dot locked. And yeah, so now if we press play, it should make everything back to normal if we press E again, which it's not. Let's add a print statement here. Oh, that's right. It's because we did not set is chest open to be equal to true once we do open the chest. And we just copy this here and make this false. And yeah, so now we can go back into Unity and it will definitely work. So you can press play, open the chest, and then it is not working. So we're setting it to be true here, and then we're setting it to be false else. Oh, right, I see. Okay. So what's happening here is we need to put this if statement kind of not there. We have to put it inside here. So let's just put that inside here. Then we can copy this else statement, delete it. Whoops, we did not copy everything, or I did not copy everything. Hopefully you guys did. And then we can delete that, and then we can paste that here. Okay. Cool. Whoops. We want to delete this. Yeah. Cool. cool. So that's there, and this is for this if statement. I know my code looks a bit ugly, but you guys can definitely fix yours up. But what we want to do is we just want to press E, and we should be able to press E again, but we're not able to for some reason. If chest is open, if not chest is open, sorry, then we'll be able to do this. Else, let me just add a print statement here. So when in doubt, always add a print statement to know if your code is actually working. That's like the first step to actually being good at debugging your code. I know I get like a lot of like problems in the Discord server, and the first thing I always ask them is to ask them like, did you add a print statement? You know, did you find out the problem? So it's not working because obviously print is not working. Now we can see why, or we can find out why. So if not chest is open, I guess we can just print in here. We can print is chest open. We can just constantly print that, and we can see. Because I think I have an idea of what the issue is, but don't know yet. So right, so it does open. But our player is apparently no longer inside of the trigger, because you can see here nothing is printing, even though it should always be continually printing. Is chest working? So I feel like what we can do is we can delete this, and then we can just copy all of this, delete that, and we can create a new function. Oh, we should also delete this, and we can create a new function for void update, and we can just say if chest open. Whoops. If it is open, we're just gonna do all of this in void update. So simple as that. So now we can just we can exit out, press play, and then okay. Oh, right, because this is in void update. We also need to create an if statement for if input.get keycode down keycode.e. My bad. So let's just do that really quickly, and now it will finally work. So we press E. Oh. Right. What is the issue here? I feel like we're pressing E, and then like immediately it's going down to the code here, and it's recognizing like, hey, you know, we gotta do this because it's true. So I feel like if we move this up here, maybe it'll work. Hopefully it'll work if we move the update function above. Nope, that did not fix it. So yeah. What we can do is we can set a delay for when is chest open is gonna happen. So we can create another function called, just call it whatever. So void open, and then we can just paste that here, and then we can invoke open after 0.1 seconds. So invoke open after 0.105f. So after 0.05 seconds, we're just gonna invoke the open function, and then we're just gonna keep start the game, or allow for, yeah, there we go. I think the issue is we're not getting any input, even though you know, we're getting tab for sure, but we're not getting E. So if we press E, you can see we're getting tab, but we're not getting E. I wonder if we let's go into our UI manager, and we can see what we're doing in UI manager that allows us to recognize tab no matter what. Right, so if input.get keycode down keycode.tab .keycode.escape, Right. What we can do is we can just copy this. I guess we should we let's use tab as like a way to exit instead of E. Because I feel like that would be better. Then we're just gonna do all of that. If we do press tab, and now we can try it again. Hopefully it'll work. There we go. Or no, we don't know. No, it does not work. Well, wait, no, it did work there. So I think the issue is because time is frozen. We can't like get anything to work because you can't get input when time is frozen, I think. But that doesn't make sense because over here we have like time.timescale is equal to 1 and everything. But let's just not make this function here. We can try. I think I know what it is now. But what we can do is we can go into UI manager and we can go into our inventory. So we just say public game object inventory panel, and we just say if and actually, you know what, we can create another else if statement here. So we can say else if inventory panel dot active self. So if it is active, then we're just gonna set time.timescale to be equal to 1. However, we're also just going to set all of these, and then we're also going to do if data is dragged, blah blah blah, and we want to set everything else as not active. So where is it? It should be right here. Inventory panel dot set active. We should be able to like close it. Right here. Escape. Wait, no, it's not right there. Hotbar active. That screen. Click on inventory. How do we set the inventory as not active? I'm so confused. How did we do that? You know, we can just create a new function right now for close everything. So we can just paste that here. Everything will be false. Inventory panel, chest panel. Oh wait, did we call it inventory panel? Sorry, chest panel. There we go. Sorry, I'm having a moment right now. Brain is not working. Chest panel dot set active false, and then click on chest or close all. Okay, cool. And then we can just close all here, or not there. Here. Okay, cool. So now we can go back into Unity, and what we're gonna want to do is we just want to go into our chest UI. Whoops, not there. Our UI manager, sorry, and we can just drag in the chest panel as this. And yeah, it'll work now. So if we just go press play, press E, press tab, everything will close. Press E, press tab. Oh. However, when we do want to press E, we also want our UI empty to be true. I mean, we are setting it to be true, so why is it not? Oh, that's right. Because I think we're closing the inventory system, right? Not the entire UI empty. So we're just gonna type UI empty instead of inventory panel. Right. So now, finally, after all of this work, it should all work. So E tab, and then we can pick up the potato, test this out, put the potato here, tab out, and then if we open the chest, the potato will be there. So yeah, we just made the chest system. Thank you guys for watching this. Really appreciate it. If you guys want, leave a follow, leave a like, leave a comment. Please, comments help the videos a lot. And yeah, this time though, for real, I'll be making more episodes definitely in the future. So stay tuned for more, guys, and have an awesome day. See you.